Now that is why we are champions. What a fantastic game of football by Celtic this afternoon. Absolutely fantastic. I thought we played brilliant. Even Scales played good. Austin Trusty, maybe unlucky with his little deflection. Maybe unlucky with the way that he hit the ball. And it goes right into the Hibernian player's path. But other than that, there's not too much to complain about today, is there? I thought we played brilliant. Big Idah. Idah hits back and says, look, I've scored 19 goals this season with very limited game time. I'm still a young player. I'm still learning. I'm only 5 years into my professional career from being a youth player. He's still just a kid. In the bigger scale of things, and talking about kids, Brendan Rodgers brings on a youth player. Where's Paul? Where's Paul Baird? Brendan Rodgers did bring on a 17-year-old, but we all know that this has happened before. So it's nothing that I'm going to get too excited about. Brendan Rodgers did say that the young lad, Sean McArdle, 17-year-old, although he got some game time, he needs to move on. He needs to push on. Brendan Rodgers says he's got the potential to become a fantastic player. He's shown he's got personality. He now needs to speak to the likes of Callum McGregor, James Forrest, people that come through the system at Celtic. And this is when the hard work begins. It's okay coming through the youth system, it's coming through the B team and playing fantastically well, but when to make that step up from 17 into sometimes you have to go out on loan and just listen to them. Listen to what James Forrest says, listen to what Callum McGregor says, and hopefully the lad can have an absolutely fantastic career at Celtic. The stats for the game, what can you say with the stats? Idah, obviously, he missed a couple of chances, but the shot, I've got to say, Hibs were playing well. They obviously went one in front and against the run of play, totally against the run of play. And I said 3-1 as well. It was Paul, you said 3-1. I said, won't get carried away, Baz. I'm not getting carried away. Not at all. I'm not getting carried away. It was a fantastic result. And it was we showed why we were champions. Let's put it that way. Anyway, let's see what some folk are saying. What's happening with you at the game? What's happening with you at the game? If the Buns get beat tomorrow, Baz, you're doing a hackathon. Yeah, there's every likely that may happen. That may happen, of course it will. Atmosphere was unreal in the standing section today. Good. I'm glad. I'm so glad that the atmosphere... And I've got to say, what is it with fans leaving early these days? It seems to be getting worse. And I was saying to my brother, I was like, look at the empty seats with like 2 minutes to go. But anyway, people pay their money and they can leave early to get their cars. Well done, Celtic, 3-1. They got Paul McEwen... you get £10 back. What did you bet? £1 or something. 17 makes me feel old at 25, said Celtic girl. That does. Michelle Shaw says, evening Baz and fellow Tims. That's why we're champions. Well done to the boys. I thought it was a solid performance by everyone in the team. Nico Kuhn, even he had a cracking game, which was so unlike Nico Kuhn in recent times. Obviously, he gets the first goal. Nico Kuhn was at the 41st minute. Idah gets his goal after missing a couple of chances, and you're thinking, Adam, if I think we're going to see the best of Idah next season. I do think that we're going to see the best of Idah next season. I think if he gets a run of games and starts scoring, and has Idah just told everyone and all the naysayers out there and all the doubters and all the people that said what a waste of money that lad is, has he just shut everyone up? Adamita's just done an interview on Celtic television where he says exactly, well, he didn't say that, but what Idah did say, he says, look, I've scored 19 goals. And I think that goes, everyone talks about, there's so many players have scored 10 goals. Idah scored 19 goals as a bit part player. He scored 19 goals playing half the season last season at Celtic as a bit part player after Kyogo. He's been a bit part player this season. He's come on with 20 minutes to go. It's only now that he's starting to get a run of games from the start. And you've got to say, fair play to Adam Idah. Fair play to Adam Idah. He does get a lot of stick sometimes, a bit like Liam Scales got a lot of stick online before the game today. I thought Liam Scales had a good game. I thought he had a cracking game today. And then Rio Hatate scoring another screamer. What a hit from Rio. What a hit from Rio. Absolutely brilliant. And you seen him smiling. Rio Hatate smiling. What's going to happen next? He might sign a new deal at Celtic, and that'll really get us all going. It was a good day, a really good day at the office. Brendan Rodgers was happy. Adam Idah was happy. Obviously, there was grumbling before the game. I've got to admit, I was probably a bit negative when I seen the lineup and stuff, but you can't complain. You can't complain. Oh, and I had an interesting conversation. Paul Baird, you like this one. I had an interesting conversation with Jackie McNamara Sr. He stays out here. And I didn't know that Jackie McNamara Jr. used to be Greg Taylor's agent. Used to be. And I asked him where he thought he was going, and he's like, no idea. And then he turned around and said to me, wouldn't it be funny if he ended up at Rangers? Jackie McNamara Sr. said that to me today. Wouldn't it be funny if he ended up in Rangers? Oh my days. Is he going to end up at Sevco? What a fucking laugh that would be, wouldn't it? What a laugh that would be. But anyway, let's get into the comment section and see what the Celtic fans are saying, because that's what this channel is all about. Kuhn should have been hooked. Jesus. He scored 19 goals, could be 30, man. Could be 30. It could be a 30 goal. Our fans are just annoyed that Adam Idah isn't Kyogo, and they think that Adam's gash. Yeah, we were talking about that in the pub. There always seems to be... We were talking about quite a few things, actually. But it's always good when you get to talk to players that played back in a day when money wasn't the objective to play football, and stardom. I mean, Jackie McNamara Sr. played at a time where there wasn't a lot of money, and obviously he played at Celtic, and then he had a fantastic career at Hibs, and he actually said it was Hibs that saved his career. It was Hibs that saved his career. I said Jackie Mac Sr. But anyway, leave our Irish lads alone. Adam and Liam did. They were brilliant. I've said that at the start of the video. I thought Adam Idah was brilliant today. I thought Liam Scales, he was a bit of a warrior today, wasn't he? The Huns are welcome to Greg Taylor, says Paul Baird. Lanky says, it just goes to show that Greg is a key player. Well, he's not going to be a key player next season, that's for sure. And the fact is that his former agent doesn't know where he might end up. Says it could be interesting this summer. But anyway, want to tell. Yeah, Adam gets Adam for it. Let's do a vote. Paul. Give him 25k. Give who 25k? Do you think that Adam Idah is now value for money? He scored 19 goals this season. He has scored 19 goals this season. And at £9 million, with limited game time, very limited game time, add a third option. You can't. It's already done that. I don't think you don't need a third option. It's just an easy straight. Casper done all right today. Of course, Casper's always going to done. He's worth about 6 million, I would say. But if we were selling Adam Idah, I'm going to go against you with this one, because if we've got a player that scores, Adam Idah's target is 20 goals for the season. That's what he said. That was his target. Playing the way that he did. I think that if we were selling him, if we bought him, say we bought Adam Idah for 2 million, and he scores 20 goals a season, we're wanting 15 million for him. Easily. You're wanting 15 million for Adam Idah if he was bought cheaper. If he was bought for 2 or 3 million, definitely you're wanting 15 million easily for somebody that scores that many goals playing as that other option. Anyway, yes, I think Idah will continue. And Casper done alright. Yep, Casper done fantastic. I'm not too sure about the goal, but is that? Did he? Paul Bear says Adam Idah didn't decide the price. This is very true. He didn't decide the price, and that's the reality of it. He didn't decide the price at all. It was the club that decided the price, not Adam. Glad that she loved her first game, Frank. I'm glad that she loved her. That Evie loved her first game. On the hoops. Fantastic game to take us too. Anyway, the question is, do you think Adam Idah is now valuing for money? Check out the poll. There's 63% say yes, 37% say no. And then if you think no, tell me why in the comments. His price is irrelevant. It was the board that messed up in the dealing. Yes, it was. We'd be looking for a few quid on top of what we paid for him. Definitely. Wish we'd been able to play like this last week. I've got to say, Hibs were very well set up. They went from a back four to a back five. They managed to contain Celtic for obviously the good part of the first half. Against the run of play, they go in front on the 25th minute. The first 20 minutes, it was all Celtic. Obviously, Martin Boyle scores the goal in the 21st minute. And then it took us to 41 minutes to Nico Kuhn scores. I'll just get the stats up for the game. Celtic had 76.3% possession. What was worrying me at the beginning of the game was the amount of shots that we had on off target at that point. And Hibs had something like one shot on target and they scored. For the total game, Celtic had 18 shots in total. Had 8 shots on target, so 10 of them were completely way off the boil. Players that you could shout out for that was obviously Arne Engels, Adam Idah himself. Total touches inside of the box, Celtic had 32. Keeper saves, goalkeeper had 3 saves. Our keeper there had 5 fouls. There was 8 fouls and 8 corners. There was 6 shots blocked from Celtic, none from Hibs. Says it all, doesn't it? Attempts out the box, there was 8 attempts from outside the box. Now, Adam Idah was talking about the fact that he was offside 2 or 3 times, and Brendan Rodgers said he wasn't offside, but he has to be making those runs anyway. He has to be making those runs, and Brendan Rodgers said, as far as he's concerned, everything is fine with the big man himself. How do you feel that... I'll just close that screen down. I'm just trying to catch up with what Peter Grant said on Celtic television. Obviously, Hibernian did give Celtic that guard of honour, as they should do when it's champions. And Peter Grant said, just a little cheeky comment about the fact that Sevco didn't do a guard of honour. You're never going to get a guard of honour for them, so I'm not giving a fuck. Bugger them. Who cares about them anyway? What the hell do we care? Happy belated birthday. Hatate was very good again today. He always seems to finish the season very good. He was excellent at the end of last season too, says Flying Column. This is true. This is very true. Is it enough for us to turn down any offers for him? That's the only thing. Our squad is too small. We win nothing at set pieces. Their goal was fast, so easy. A punt. You've got to admit, their goal was... Did Austin Trusty hit the ball right? I mean, I think he kind of snatched at it, didn't he? And he kind of tried to kick it out, but I don't know what he did. He just put it right into the Hatate loves the sun. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's like a wee lizard, and he enjoys getting the sun on his back. Oh God. People forget Adam Idah's age. He's got loads of time to improve, says Angling Ayrshire. Yep, exactly. I think definitely next year Adam Idah will be a fantastic player for us. And I'm going to say that Adam Idah will score 25 goals. If we don't bring in another striker and we stick with the ones that we've got at the moment, and Adam Idah starts the season as our main striker, I bet the next season that Adam Idah scores 25 goals. Quite easily. Notice that the Celtic Green Brigade did put up a little cheeky banner. Fairer deal for fans. Celtic PLC. Always out of touch, never out of pocket. Yeah, that's true. Way out of touch. Which leads to another conversation that we had, with Jackie McNamara. Talking about the price of tickets to get into games and the price of strips as well. He was shocked to find out that. Someone to give him a Paul. Oh, Jesus, honestly. Some of the nonsense that you get online. Anyway, Rio Hatate gets man of the match again today. Nico Kuhn played with stitches on his napper. He still had the stitches on his face, but he played, and I thought he'd done okay. Schmeichel comes back, had a absolutely fantastic save at one point, and 10 out of 10 for most players on the pitch for me today. What's your thoughts? Celtic TV is worthless. What happened to the guy from Apple improving it? Says Angling Ayrshire. I think what he's done is he's brought in a paid thingy. Will that be Rio's last goal at Celtic Park at Paradise? No, because we've still got one game to go at Celtic Park next week. My nephew from New York enjoyed his first game, even bought a shirt from the shop. There you go, dodgy fire stick all the way. If you're not at the game, says Fish in Scotland. Yeah, this is true. Right, we need a couple more votes to get this up to the 100 votes, and then I'm going to shut that poll down, because 69% currently think that Adam Idah is value for money, 31% say no. If I'm going to close that down, how many do you really think that Adam Idah can score next season? I say 25. I say 25 goals easily. Ooh. Brendan Rodgers has laid down the gauntlet. Brendan Rodgers has told Martin O'Neill that he's coming for his record as he sets trophy targets. Whoo. So we've now got 106 goals, which was the number of goals that we had in 2016, 2017, the invincible season. But it was Martin O'Neill's record from 20 years ago. 20 years ago, there was a record number of goals which had 62 in a league season when Martin O'Neill was there in 2003, 2004. We're at home goals, we're at 61. 61. So we need to score more than 2 goals in the final game of the season against St Mirren for Brendan Rodgers to beat Martin O'Neill with that little record. I've also given them targets to achieve beyond winning trophies. So you see the hunger in the team, said Brendan Rodgers today. Fair play to him. End the season on a high. And he's more than happy with the staff. All in a good day's work. Anyway, time is up. We're going to go out for food. It is 8:10 here at night. And I need 9 votes. Can we get 9 votes? And if Adam Idah starts enough games, he would score 40. Not a problem, says Paul Bears. I think so. Great atmosphere today. Played like champions. Wish Adam Idah could be that split second faster and the ball be more clinical. He'll become a player in the making. Is it his pace that never got him to that ball, or is it the fact that it was just where he's positioned? Right? If he was positioned 2 or 3 feet further forward, he would have got that ball, the one that came across from Dyson Idah. But I'm glad it was a fantastic atmosphere today. What about the James Forrest one? Oh my goodness. We need to talk about the James Forrest. James Forrest almost scored today, but he didn't. Can he score? Idah is the new big Pierre. There's only one Pierre. There's only one Pierre. There's only one Pierre. Pierre. Will Adam Idah get his own song at Celtic next season? 5 votes to go and we'll shut down that poll. Any Celtic striker should be getting at least 20 goals a season with all the possession and chances that we create. Interesting. Do you think that it could become the new Chris Sutton in 4 years' time? He would be certainly there or thereabout. He's got that potential to improve as a player. Paradise found as well fishing. Gone fishing. 2 votes. Go on, getting 2 votes and we can shut this poll down. I think by Adam will smash 30 goals next season, says William. 30 goals. You think he can score 30? There's no doubt about it that if he gets the run of games, he can do it. How can you... There we go. That moment that you're waiting for just one person, and it doesn't happen. Ian Roy's not too bad happy about the Chris Sutton comment. It wasn't me that said it. I'm just reading out some of the comments on the channel this evening. Anyway, do you think that Adam Idah is now value for money at 9 million? 69% said yes, 30% said no. If you're watching this back later on, tell us what you think in the comment section. It's not had much from Clyde. What? Adam will come good. People have faith in him. Yeah, it will that. Anyway, on that note, have an absolutely fantastic evening, Celtic fans, wherever you are. Chris Sutton is hilarious. Well, Chris Sutton's hilarious, or the fact that people are saying that Adam Idah is going to be like Chris Sutton. Anyway, have a fantastic day, Celtic fans, wherever you are, all around the world.